Terni Lapili, otherwise known as Three Pebbles at a Time. It is an ancient game played by the Romans, and it was said that they would use tokens or pieces of pebbles and move them around a grid to represent different moves. And today you could see Terni Lapili grids scrabbled all around ancient Roman cities. It's also said that Terni Lapili is an early version of the game that we know as tic-tac-toe. Now, tic-tac-toe has come from various regions of the world. Historians don't have consensus on its origin, but they do believe that it originated from the Terni Lapili game played by the Romans, but also a game played in England called Noughts and Crosses. And then in Ireland, they called it Boxing Oxen or Exy Ozies. And in Norway, they call it Twiddles and Bears. So all around the world, there are various representations of the game that we know as tic-tac-toe. Now, you know that a game of tic-tac-toe usually takes less than a minute to play, but then you know what? People can usually play it again and again and again, and you win a few games and you lose a few games, but you can always come back. So in other words, you don't have to stop. Welcome to the Steven Thompson Experience. My name is Steven Thompson, and this is my experience. We're going to go on a journey using music and history as a roadmap. And at the end, hopefully, we'll have taken something old to teach you something new. Now, this is the interaction between the spiritual and the secular, unlikely encounters in unexpected places, and an exploration of what happened, what is possible, all the while embracing who you are, who we are, and how together, whether it be one, two, or many, perhaps we can make our part of the world a little bit better than it currently is. I hope to educate, inform, and inspire. And today, going to be talking about the song Don't Stop. Don't Stop is sung by the British American rock band Fleetwood Mac, written by their vocalist and keyboard player, Christine McVie. The song was sung by the guitarist Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie, and it was taken from their album Rumors that came out in 1977. And Don't Stop is one of the band's most enduring hits. It was the third single that came off of Rumors, peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in October 1977. In the UK, Don't Stop followed up as the second single from the album and peaked at number 32. But Don't Stop endures to this day. Now, when it was written, Christine McVie wrote this song to talk about her feelings after she separated from her husband. At the time, he was Fleetwood Mac's bass guitarist, John McVie, and they had been married for 8 years. So the song also was played as theme music for Bill Clinton. When he ran for president in 1992, this was played during his campaign. And they played it again at the Democratic Convention in 1992 when he accepted the nomination for president. And when he was elected president, he persuaded the group to come perform the song at his inaugural ball in 1993. Then again, in 2000, at the presidential convention, Bill Clinton ended his speech by saying, keep putting first, keep building those bridges, and don't stop thinking about tomorrow. And after he said that sentence, this song was played. And guess what? When Bill Clinton spoke at 2004, 2008, and 2012, they played Don't Stop by Fleetwood Mac. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. One of the significant lyrics of that song is the idea is that the past we can get stuck in, but we can move forward if we don't stop thinking about tomorrow, because tomorrow will soon be here and yesterday will be gone. And with yesterday being gone, we have the ability to reshape the next day into something more powerful. But we can also turn back to yesterday to look for other lessons. Speaking of which, Nellie Griswold. Now, she was born in Nashville in 1874, and she came to St. Paul, Minnesota with her family in 1885. Now, in 1891, she was the only African-American graduate of St. Paul High School. And she was only one of 8 students who was invited to give a graduation speech. And at that speech, graduation ceremony, she talked about the race problem in America. And at that time, the St. Paul Pioneer Press judged her speech the best of those 8 speakers. And she won a lot of applause from a very large crowd. Now, Nellie went on to be an accomplished singer, a soloist at her church, and she appeared with another singer. His name was William Francis, and they got married in 1893. Now, she went on to do a lot of things. She worked for several years as a stenographer, and then her husband was rising through the ranks of the Northern Pacific Railway. And in her church, she served for many years as a teacher and then a superintendent of their Sunday school and their aid society. In fact, in 1909, she was able to speak to Andrew Carnegie at his New York home, and she came away with $1,000 for a new organ. She ran the press office for the National Association of Colored Women Clubs. She was the president of the Every Woman's Suffrage Club, which is a voting rights club. And she served twice as a delegate to the state suffrage conferences. She met President Taft in the White House in 1909, and she met President Harding in 1921. She also knew Booker T. Washington and William D. Du Bois. In 1910, she formed a singing group that she performed exclusively African-American music around the world. Then her husband, in 1927, President Coolidge named her husband the U.S. Minister and Consul to Liberia. So they moved to Monrovia. So now she was a singer, a fundraiser, an organizer, a political activist, and a diplomat's wife. But tragedy came around in 18 months after being on duty. Her husband fell ill and ended up passing away. So she moved back to the United States. And until 1969, when she died, she was active in a lot of issues in 20th century Minnesota. She was a church woman, a club woman, a suffragist, an singer, a civil rights worker, a patriot, and she was the wife of Minnesota's first African-American diplomat. And she passed away in 1969, and she was buried next to her husband on the grounds of the Minnesota State Capitol. And they recognize her efforts to secure voting rights for women. So you could see this lyric from the song and how it ties into a lot of what she experienced in her life and what we experience. The lyrics of the song, here's one piece. If you wake up and don't want to smile, it just takes a little while. Open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. So open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Now, don't open your eyes and look at your TV set. Don't open your eyes and look at social media. Open your eyes and look at the day. And the day is right outside your window. In fact, early mornings are a wonderful time of day. You know, there are many benefits to setting out before the sun rises. You can wake up early, and it allows you to enjoy the time to set yourself up for victory during the day. You can read, or you can journal, or you can meditate, or you can enjoy your breakfast. You have time to pack your lunch for your children, time to lay out clothes. And even if you want, you could indulge a little bit in social media. But another benefit of opening your eyes and looking at the day is choosing not to rush. The pace you set by getting up a little earlier allows you to think about the upcoming day and prepare for it. Here's a few easy and free hacks for the early morning. One, you can have your breakfast and your breakfast only. What I mean is this: eat. Don't read your phone. Don't watch TV. Smell your food. Chew your food. Take in the aroma of your morning coffee and sit. Sit still and eat. Second, get out of the house and go for a walk. Do this. Don't put on your headphones to listen to music. Don't make a call. And don't have your emails read to you. Instead, listen to the sound of the morning, the cars and the sounds of nature, the birds or the wind. If the sun is rising, close your eyes and feel the rays. Warm your body. And third, if you're driving, resist the urge to turn on the radio for news or music. Just drive and think. Finally, when you arrive at your workplace, park far away and walk. Pay attention to the sound. Wave and greet the people you see. Walk slow. You aren't in a hurry. You will get to where you need to be. And when you arrive, take a deep breath and begin. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Thank you for listening to the Steven Thompson Experience. I come here to educate, inform, and inspire. This is a platform for leaders and followers, hopeful, optimists, careful pragmatists, people who want to bend the arc of the universe towards justice. I hope I have moved you a bit in that direction. And if not, I will try again next time. As for you, remember, you have talents and gifts and achievements to pursue and a race to run. So just go and do it. Thank you for listening to the Steven Thompson Experience. We have a brand new webpage, the Steven Thompson Experience. Check it out and subscribe also to my blog. We'll be back again with another show. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. Bye-bye.